Blood 15. Announcing the little girl abuse warning officially. I will die. I will seriously die. It's only one day since I began to act with Ariel-san and Shiraori. I was about to die on the first day. The cause was Shiraori. When it's time to depart in the morning, she stopped Marizophis when he was going to hold me up in his arms, saying only a single word, walk. Even if Marizophis asks for the reason, she doesn't answer. She handed over a bottle with red liquid to Marizophis and said, the contents might be blood. I heard a little from Ariel-san about the vampire. Because I seem to be a true ancestor, it seems that I've overcome the weakness as the vampire. That's why, even if I'm shined by the sunlight, I'll be alright even if I don't drink blood, but Marizophis is different. Although Marizophis seems to be special among the vampire, he will receive damage if he's shined by the sun, and if he doesn't drink blood, it's impossible to live, because it seems that he receives the damage to the extent that a normal vampire will die just by the sunlight. I think that Marizophis is fairly better when compared with it. According to Ariel-san, because a skill called automatic HP recovery is acquired when becoming a vampire, the damage can be offset even if staying on the outside if the person wears garments that suppress the exposure of skin and a hat. Therefore, Marizophis wears the white hat that Shiraori made. Because his clothes worn originally were torn by yesterday's riot, Shiraori made a white shirt and white trousers. He's now a white appearance. The vampire has a dark image, though. Marizophis, who became brilliant white similar to Shiraori, stands out very much holding a red bottle. It was not my mistaken vision that his face becomes slightly stiff when he receives the bottle. What surprised me is when we depart. The tent, tableware, etc. were stored completely in a different space by Shiraori. Although I heard that space magic is considerably valuable, Shiraori used it casually. Even though she's said to have died twice, the reason why she's alive might be this. She might have pretended to die and escape with transfer. Good shit. And as we depart, I continued walking even if my legs tremble. I'm still a baby, though. Will a person make a baby who's not even 2 years old to walk in the forest? Is it because I'm a reincarnated person, or is it because I'm a vampire? I can walk more or less than my age, you know, but to hike suddenly in the forest, I wonder if isn't the hurdle too high? Ojo-sama, are you alright? Marizophis' question that I don't even know how many times it is. Is it? I think that I heard the same words at least 4 or 5 times. I'm not alright. Yeah, so the translator's telling us she said that wrong, but that's what she meant to say, because she's still a baby, so it was hard to translate. It becomes extremely hard to catch because of lisping originally and the tiredness. Only the sound that almost got hoarse was emitted. Although I don't know whether Marizophis catches it or now, either way, he can't do anything even if he caught it, because Shiraori doesn't let him do anything. Although Marizophis tried to hold me up in his arms many times and tried to pull me, Shiraori stopped all of them. Because she only shake her head silently, I don't know what's her purpose, but that determined attitude gives a true account to me to walk by myself. I don't understand it. Ariel-san doesn't help me either. She only gave me encouragement. Do your best, like somebody else's problem. Though it might be actually somebody else's problem. That's why, half a day since the morning, I walked in the forest all the time. The blood blisters were made on the feet on the way, cut by tree branches, and fall down and scratches were made, but it seemed that I have the automatic HP recovery skill, and such wounds disappeared when time passed. Did she not have shoes? Alright, whatever. Well, that may be true. Even if the wounds recover, the tiredness can't disappear. When we stop to eat lunch, I can only barely stand. I think that I can't even stand if I don't have the handy tree branch that I picked up on the way. I slowly sit with my trembling legs. I understand it for the first time in my life that even sitting is difficult when reaching the limit. Because I overdone it too much, I acquired new skills like endurance, agility, SP recovery speed, SP consumption down. Although I didn't understand what the SP is, according to the situation, I think that it's a status related to the stamina. Although it seems that Shiraori cooked last night, Ariel-san seems to cook this time. I confirm whether there's something strange mixed in the ingredients that Shiraori took out from a different space. Although the breakfast was proper, I can't be careless. Because the ingredients passed were normal, I feel relieved for a time being. Leave it to me. Are you really doing this? Although it was such a conversation between Shiraori and Ariel-san, the tired me sat down in a state of completely exhausted. Ariel-san begins to cook. Is it the water magic? A water ball appears out of nowhere and falls into the pot. Even though the pot doesn't have fuel, the generated fire heats it. When I see such a spectacle, I'm made to fully realize that this is a different world. She cuts the vegetables to the same size and put it in the pot. She puts seasoning, and a sweet-smelling smell wafts from the boiling pot. Although I was too tired and don't have the appetite to eat until just now, my stomach sounded small like my body is honest. I think that it can't be heard on the outside because of the silence skill. I don't think that this skill was useful for usual life. I didn't think. While boiling the pot, Ariel-san mixes the dried potato-like vegetable flour and water, sprinkles salt lightly, and kneads it. And there are even more kinds of flours are mixed in. The completed batter is stretched thinly and baked it. It's the one similar like the naan in the earth. Together, it's with the soup that finished boiled, lunch was completed. Itadakimasu! The Japanese-style greetings are taught to mayor's office, and everyone matches the voice. I dip the pseudo-naan in the soup and eat it. Bitter! What's this? Although it's possible to endure it, it's bitter. To be honest, it's not delicious. But if such a thing is said, it's rude to Ariel-san, who made it. So, mayor's office, what's wrong? Somehow you look pale, though. Although his complexion became more paler after becoming a vampire, he becomes even more paler, and he's ghastly pale now. Don't worry. I've diluted it to the extent that you won't die. Ojo-sama, you must not eat it. It's poison! On contrary to Ariel-san's soft and comfortable voice, mayor's office shouts in a hurry. I'm saying that it's alright. Because Sophia-chan has the abnormal condition resistance, this is the meal to raise the poison resistance, you know? There's no problem, because I have calculated and adjusted the poison strength properly so that you won't die. But I will have you ignore that it tastes bad, though. Is this really poisoned? It's fine even if you don't want to eat it. But I don't care even if you starve to death, you know? Ariel-san says so, like refusing bluntly, and ate the poison meal while sticking out her tongue. On her side, Shiraori eats everything like it's natural. I exchange glances with mayor's office. Let's see. Yes, understood. Either way, our life and death power is in their hands. We can only eat it obediently, and mayor's office and I ate the poison meal completely. As Ariel-san says, my abnormal condition resistance rose by 1 level, and it seems that mayor's office gained the poison resistance skill. Yeah, they know what they're doing, so they're helping them power level, like, with the fucking, because that's how it works. You have to put yourself through all the fucking terrible shit so that you can get the skills. So they're, like, they're feeding them poison and making the baby walk on her own through a fucking forest. Because they know that's what's gonna fucking raise the skills that they need. I love this.